All you ladies pop your pussy like this. Shake your body, don't stop, don't miss. All you ladies pop your
Do you want me to play us in? And you can like fade into the show.
You can do whatever you like with that guitar. That's what we need, an intro. We need a D5. It's D5 K-Stats intro. I think it's in tune.
Yeah, it is.
You're going to sing as well?
No.
Go on. I'll sing. I'll make up lyrics.
What song should be our intro song?
Don't know. Something that I'm not going to get done for copyright on. Is there a song called I Hate Alec?
We can make one.
Yeah, we should.
I feel like the Rock Republic, it's not like, you don't need like a happy song.
Nah,
we're miserable.
We are so miserable. Oh, all minor chords there.
Yeah, of course.
I hate Alec. He doesn't turn up. He's busy. I can't believe someone employed that peanut.
Oh, no, dude.
Imagine working
What
with
does
him
he do
every
at
day.
work?
Oh, he does nothing. It's like me. Nothing. Absolutely nothing.
What's it called? Yeah, that's our intro, by the way. My Hero by Foo Fighters. Well, I mean, if his work on the podcast is a testament to what he does at work.
Oh,
to his real job.
What a
He doesn't even
liability.
turn up to his fucking real job.
Hey, I was thinking, and I can't get this out of my head now. If someone gets done for being a drug cheat, like say TJ Dillashaw, I was thinking about, do you think that the same as what happened with Lance Armstrong getting stripped of everything, do you think if you get done, you should be stripped of any belts? But in history, you're not ever known as the champion because it's almost like there was no champion for this period of time.
Oh, as in like they just take away your former champion status altogether.
And all of your previous fights turn to a no contest that you won.
Fuck.
I think that's fair. I honestly think that's fair. Because you look, TJ is the main one. Yeah. And I was a fan of TJ. I liked him. I thought he was going to...
win the strap again.
I thought he was going to beat Aljamain. But I think TJ ruined Galbraith's career. Yeah. I think after two bad knockouts, he was never the same.
I agree.
He fought Pedro Munoz after him, and he would not, if he was still the champ, he would not have fought that way. He would have not have been that reckless.
Absolutely.
And look at Renan Barão, absolutely unstoppable, and then went 2 5-rounders and got knocked out. Got knocked out in the 5th both time, didn't he? Did he? Did I get that wrong?
I don't remember what round it was. I feel like one of them was fairly early.
In the 4th. So he beat him in the 5th and the 4th. But that's 9 rounds of copping a flogging from TJ. Yeah. And since then, what has Barão done? He was fighting on the undercard. Jesus, look at that. So he was 32-1, and since then, he's gone 2-7.
Yeah. Jeez, man. What's TJ?
That is
Stevens.
He was fighting Luke Santos. Like, he was fighting on an undercard.
When was his... 2019.
Yeah, he's retired after that.
Yeah.
But look who he's losing to. I mean, Kelleher and Andre Ullin, so they're okay, horrible, but they're not. They're not. He was the champ. He was an unbeatable champ.
Yeah, like if you keep scrolling down, like it's all W's.
Look at that.
Fuck.
Faber. And he dominated. Like he dominated Faber.
Yep.
I think that there should be some larger penalty. If you've been done for drugs, I think you should be. I know it's a money thing, but I think all of your time as champion should be revoked, and I think that you should have all your wins turned to a no contest.
I agree. The only thing though is like if we're using TJ as an example, like how many people, even with USADA around, are still managing to like jump on some sort of PED and dodge USADA, you know, because they're definitely still around. Like as early as fucking Yoel Romero, like I was definitely on roids. I don't know. It's like you could do that, but then it's like, what about the people that are doing it but getting away with it?
I think if you can afford it, if you can afford the top stuff, the latest stuff, I think you can get away with it.
Probably.
But if you go to the Olympics and you go, well, if I win a medal, I'm definitely getting tested, then you wouldn't even risk it.
Yeah, it's interesting. I don't know. I mean, the sentiment of like, wow, you were on drugs this whole time. Yeah, you should definitely be stripped, and everything should turn into a no contest. Especially in the
Don't mention this name. Don't mention this person's name. Okay.
Especially in the context of like what he did to Cody Garbrandt. Like he did ruin Cody, even though he got a good win on the weekend. But yeah, like you've ruined someone else's career because you were on the juice.
Yeah.
You know, like that's not fair.
But that wasn't. I mean, that was a good win that Cody had, but it wasn't a great win. It wasn't like a top 5. Now he's a contender.
Yeah.
And he beat Dominic Cruz in his prime.
Yeah.
He took the belt off Cruz.
I wish I remembered the YouTuber's name because I'd give him a shout out. Not that we, yeah.
Not that it shout out. DK5 Stats.
DK5 Stats. I watched a whole documentary the other day. It's like 40 minutes long about Dominic Cruz. And just, dude, what a story, man. That guy's been through so much shit. And to get back to champion status after all those injuries. And after 4 years off, and like I did not realize how hectic his injuries were. Like,
he went for a long time
they
without a
were
fight.
bad, and he's still fighting. They
It's
were
unbelievable.
bad injuries, and
He was so
good.
young when he was dominating WEC.
Yeah, and I didn't realize how deep his rivalry with Faber was.
Oh yeah, they
It
did
was
not
hectic.
like each other,
Yeah.
did they? I think Faber gave Dominic his first loss,
Yeah,
didn't he?
yep.
That's right.
Yeah, and then Dominic took a few more fights, and he won, and then he got his first injury, I think. Came back, fought for the title with Faber. I think this is correct. And Faber was just not expecting the new and improved Dominic that he fought previously. Yeah, it's crazy. Anyway.
It's how people get around positive tests. This person here, I'm not going to put a photo and I'm not going to mention this person's name.
Yeah, fair.
But this person actually said to someone who said to me, how this person actually got around it was part of the surprise testing they had with this particular person in their sport was they'd just rock up to training and then they'd catch them. Anyway, they can't. There's some rule in Australia with the doping. I don't know whether this is right. I hope it is. But you can turn up, but you can't interfere with if they're training. You can't stop training and get them in there. You have to wait. But anyway, so this person in particular used to, they used to see him obviously come in because you could see, they knew who the people were. This person used to straight away jump in the pool. Right, and start walking up and down in the pool. And in that time, they would drink 5-6 litres of water while they're doing and peeing in the pool, right? And would walk just slowly could be any pace you want, like maybe walk for up to 2 hours and have consumed that much water that everything is so diluted. When this person got out of the pool and peed, was basically peeing Mount Franklin and got away with it.
Do you think, like, surely the doping team were like, well, we're going to stick around. Like, that's dodgy. Like, they know, like, if your piss is diluted to a certain extent, like, it's not going to come up with particular stuff. So it's like, I don't know. Surely they just that's a bit dodgy.
Yeah, but that's what, and that happened on numerous occasions.
To be fair, this was a while ago, so they probably didn't know as much back then.
Yeah, but I mean, it wouldn't surprise me if they're still doing it now.
Yeah, probably.
If that's a loophole, geez, I'd use it if I was on the gear.
Oh god, yeah. Well, it's like even in like the UFC, like if everyone's on steroids, you'd be stupid not to get on steroids, like because they have a significant advantage. But even going back to what I was saying about like how many people are still doing it and getting away with it somehow, with like the whole thing of getting stripped of. Like every fight being a no contest if you test positive. Yeah. In saying that, I agree. I think they should just do that anyway, regardless of whoever else is getting away with it, because it sets like a really strict sort of standard.
Yeah.
And it will make people shit themselves, So.
What about John Jones?
Well, apparently I haven't looked into it, but
did they overturn it?
I think they did overturn it, but like. All I've heard is what he said. I don't know what the actual specifics are, Yeah. And this whole GOAT thing now is like, I don't know what to think.
That is delusional. And what do they call it? The McGregor loophole where you retire, go out. That makes sense.
Yeah.
That makes a lot of sense. You fight and then you go, all right, I'm retiring. And then you have, say, 9 months of hard use.
Yeah.
and you get jacked, and then you clean yourself or do whatever they do with the diuretics to get it through you, and then go back in the testing pool.
Yeah.
There's not. I mean, who was I? I was actually looking at the fighters today. It was Nunes. Like Nunes hasn't fought in nearly a year, and a lot of these fighters, they can go 12 months, no dramas without fighting.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know. It's a loophole.
Yeah, I think so. But the thing is, though, is like, you know, the whole thing of PEDs is you feel good for as long as you cycle, right? But then obviously you can't cycle for too long. I mean, I guess it depends on what PEDs you're taking, but you can't cycle for too long because then you're going to actually ruin your body. So then they stop after a certain amount of time, and then they jump back on it eventually, right? After a certain amount of time. With like Connor's loophole or whatever, so what? He's cycling. Like, he retires, starts cycling because he's out of the USADA pool. Then he's going to, like, feel like shit for so long. Does he wait till after he stops feeling like shit to get back into the testing pool? Because, like, at that point, you're kind of just using the roids to put on that extra muscle to go up a weight class, rather than your performance actually being better.
I think it's for injury.
Oh, and that as well. I forgot about that. Yeah, true.
Because after that broken leg, they would have been pumping his leg full of everything, wouldn't they?
I wonder if that titanium rod is actually going to make a difference in fights now.
Has he got one in his leg?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Like, imagine getting head kicks with that. Like, I don't know.
I know it is harder than bone, but bone's pretty hard.
Yeah. Like, surely it wouldn't make that much of a difference.
I don't know. Yeah. I know the old metal Muay Thai cups that some of the fighters used to wear.
Yeah.
Dominic Cruz used to wear those, I think.
Did he?
I think at the start, yeah. And they said they're quite uncomfortable, but if you kick it, you're going to break toes.
Yeah.
I got a nut shot coming up here as well. I got some footage of one of the worst nut shots I've ever seen.
Oh, yes. Let's go.
Should we get into this?
Let's do it.
Okay. UFC 286. Leon Edwards. Oh, straight off the bat, I reckon Leon Edwards is going to retain.
Really?
Yep. Yeah, he needs to. I know. It's in the UK. I reckon he is.
Yeah.
Early prelims. Anything excite you with early prelims?
Let's have a look.
Joanne Wood, former Joanne Calderwood. She's 6-8 in the UFC.
Yep.
5 sub losses, all in the first round. She is not great on the ground. She was getting a title. Remember, she fought Chikagian, and whoever won got the title shot. So she was looking at a title shot, and now she's 6-8.
And then she versed Jennifer Maia, and whoever won that got to verse Valentina.
Yeah.
And she was a heavy favourite, I remember, because I lost
Joanne Calderwood.
Yeah, and Jennifer Maia subbed her.
She's so marketable with a voice and being Scottish. I thought she was going to do really well, but she's not great. Who's she fighting? Let's have a look here. Where's she fighting? Luana, Carolina. Okay. Ooh, Jesus Christ. Okay, that's still not great. She's 4-2. That's including Dana White Contender Series. Yeah. She's not a sub threat, which is good for. Did I say she's not a sub threat? Yeah, she's not a sub threat, which is good for Joanne Wood. I think anyone with any kind of ground game is going to beat her.
I agree.
Prelims, here we go. I'm talking prelims here. The first one is you got Muhammad against Filho. Check out this groin strike. He gives a nut kick first.
Oh, Mokaev.
See that there? That was a nut kick.
Yep.
That one there.
Yep.
And check out the one he gives back. Oh, that ended the fight.
Did it?
Yeah. Yeah. That ended the fight. There's a slow-mo that is just absolutely brutal.
He didn't even try to go for the legs.
Look at this in slow-mo. I don't know why I find this so funny. Oh.
He was not aiming.
He was not aiming for the legs at all. Anyway, I just found that funny. That's
He's I didn't realise that was Mokaev we were talking about. He is very good. His last fight though, I don't remember who his opponent was. He won it. I'm pretty sure he subbed him.
There we go, Malcolm Gordon.
Yeah, he actually fought a bit stupid at the start of that fight, and I thought, oh, he's gonna regret fighting like this because he just looked. I think it was from memory. I think he started to look quite gassed, but to his credit, he kept going. But it's like, mate, you should probably just calm down for a bit. Not take a round off, but just chill out. Try to get some energy back. And then he managed to get an armbar, which was cool. But
426 though in the third.
He didn't look very good in that fight. He did not look great.
Just gas?
And that's just gas. And that was the first time I was like, oh, maybe this guy's not as good as I thought he was. But I don't know. He seems like the type of fighter to learn from his mistakes. So
9-0. Pretty well rounded.
Yeah.
2 KOs, 4 subs, 3 decisions.
I have a mate who loves him.
22.
Yeah, he's young.
He's 22.
Yeah.
Jeez, so he's a Russian. He lives in Manchester.
Yep.
Good on him. Hope he gets a win this weekend.
Same. He is good.
He is good. All right. Who else have we got in the prelims here? We got Jack Shaw. I'm surprised they didn't put Jack Shaw on the main card.
Yeah.
I really do. I mean, he's not only because it is in the UK.
Yeah.
I think there was some.
Good point.
There were some Aussie and Kiwi fighters on the card they had here, 282. That shouldn't have been on the main card. And I think Jack Shaw is better. He's was 16-0. He got subbed by Ricky Simon.
Yeah.
That was right. Ricky Simon with that hairdo.
Love him.
He's coming back. He had a serious knee injury mid last year, and he's back already.
Wow. Jesus, really?
I'm just saying, from someone who has had a serious knee injury, I would not be back in 6 months. How long? Do you know it's been 18 months since that?
18 months?
18 months.
I've known you for that long.
I know. It's coming up to our 2-year anniversary, I think.
What?
I think so.
That is insane.
Pretty sure. We kicked off in
2021.
Yeah. In May.
Shit.
I know. 2 years.
You have groomed us so well.
So I played a long game with the grooming. I'm not a one and done kind of guy.
Some call it the long game, some call it the smart game.
Jack Shaw is very, very good. I think he's underrated.
Yeah.
He's been scheduled to fight both Syed. Do you think that Syed Nurmagomedov lost on the weekend?
Oh, I don't know. Like, there was... it was pretty close. I think it's closer than what people were thinking it was.
I think it was close. I thought Nurmagomedov was going to get it just due to who he was.
Yeah.
And
apparently he's not related.
No, he's not. But I think it's just the name.
Yeah.
Like is Omar his cousin or something?
I think he is. Yeah.
Not related over there. It's probably Nurmagomedov. It's probably as common as like Smith or something over there.
Probably, yeah.
Anyway, so I thought Syed won on the weekend. Even though I bet against him, I thought no, he's got done enough.
Yeah, I don't know. I'd have to watch it again, but it was closer than people were saying robbery. But
it wasn't robbery.
No way, man. It was way closer than what...
It wasn't robbery of the year like Derek Brunson.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. What a robbery of the year.
He's fighting... The only concern I have here is he's not as quick. He's not quick. He's good, but he's not... I wouldn't say he's good with fast with his hands. This is his first fight at featherweight. He's normally a bantamweight fighter.
I didn't know that.
So he's gone up. If he gets on your back, that's it. I think that's it. It is over.
Backpack.
But he's going up against Amirkhani. Amirkhani has been in the UFC since 2015.
Yeah, he's not bad.
He has been around a lot longer than I thought. 7-6 in the UFC. Yep. 2-4. Jesus,
that's a lot of fights.
I know. And his last 6 ground game heavy. Here's a stat that I found interesting. 50% of Shaw's wins are via sub, and 70% of Amirkhani's are by sub. I've got a feeling this is either going to be an incredible fight on the ground, or it's going to be it's going to be a very dull kind of fight. Yeah. I think Jack will get it done. Same. I think if it's close, being in the UK, I mean, I love the UK, don't get me wrong, but if the judges favour the home team in the UK more than anyone, some of the stuff I've seen in the past.
I think so as well.
I think this is set up for a short win. If Jack Shaw can improve his hands, I would go in and try to trade with Amirkhani.
Yeah, because Amirkhani's hands are not that great.
Not good at all.
I got Jack in this one. The time off will be, like, with the injury and stuff, will be a bit of a concern, but he wouldn't be back in there if he wasn't feeling good. So, yeah. Then
again, it is a UK card. Do you reckon
maybe he rushed it?
Maybe. We'll see. Hope he doesn't blow a knee early.
Yeah.
Anyway. All right, main card.
Let's go.
Kicking off the main card, you got Martin Vettori. Marvin. I know it's Marvin. I say Martin to piss off Alec, okay? He's going to be the champ at the end of the year.
What the fuck?
Something just told me that he's going to be. He's 2-6 in his last 8. His only losses are to Israel in his last 8 fights. Only losses are to Rob and Israel.
I wish Alec was here. He would either jump on the Vettori train with you and be like, yeah, Forza Italia. Or he'd be like, Brad, you are the dumbest human I've ever met.
I think it's due to... someone fired up a wood chipper outside my house. Yeah, Jesus. He wants... Obviously, he's a lot better on the ground. I think he's going to want to take this to the ground. I think Vettori... Like, if you look at Vettori's record, you're not buying any of this, are you?
He's not going to be champ, Brad. Come on.
I think... Where are the rankings? Let's have a look at these rankings. Where's he ranked? There he goes. He's 4. If he gets this win... So he's going up against the 9-ranked Roman Dolidze, who was very good, by the way.
Yeah, I agree.
I reckon if Israel gets done again by Alex... Oh, Jesus. But Marvin's lost to Whittaker.
And didn't he lose to Cannonier? Or
no, he's only lost to Israel and
so
Rob.
he hasn't even fought Cannonier.
No.
He should.
Maybe.
That
maybe
should
after this. Maybe after this. And then
well, you can't verse rank number 9 when you're number 4 and expect to get a title shot. I'm sorry. But you got to verse Cannonier first.
I reckon he'll do Cannonier in. I think he's better than Cannonier.
I don't know. I feel like Vettori needs to verse Cannonier.
The odds for Vettori were like 19-1. That's why I put that bet on. I like juice. You know me.
You do like juice.
He's only had one fight in the last 18 months. One fight.
Damn.
He's been away for a while.
I swear he was more active.
I think he was. He used to be. Surely.
Maybe it's just because he doesn't shut up on social media.
And he's not smart enough to really be witty, is he?
Yeah.
Okay, so here's that. It's recording good. His last fight, so he's coming off a loss to Whittaker. That was a tough fight as well.
Whittaker's so good.
He is. Jeez, he's a decision fighter, isn't he?
Yeah.
He's not that great. He's not going to be entertaining up there. So,
yeah.
He fought for the belt less than 2 years ago. Jesus. I'd put him down as a forgotten contender. That division is stacked. It's not stacked with, it is obviously with Israel and Alex. It's stacked with talent and Rob as well.
Yeah.
It seems to be stacked with names. That's what it is. Like Hermanson, Strickland, Duplessis, Drekas. He's right up there. Damn, Vettori versus Drekas would be good.
That would be.
I wouldn't mind seeing that.
I feel like Vettori would win that one.
Yeah, I think you're right. Okay, so up next, we're going to run out of time here. Roman Dolidze, 6-1 in the UFC. He's only got one loss. You know who that was to? To Trevin Campbell. No, it wasn't the man making the hits in the mid-90s. His only loss was to Trevin Campbell. I don't know, Trevin Jones. Jeez, Trevin. This is going to be 8th fight. This guy fights a lot. 8th fight in the last 3 years.
He's also a home wrecker as well.
Is he?
Yeah.
Tell me.
The Byers couple, Cheyenne.
Oh, was that him? Was that Dolidze?
I'm almost certain that she cheated on fucking JP with him. And fair enough. The man's beautiful.
Oh, he's a gorgeous man, isn't he? What is he? I reckon he reminds me of Paul Craig, but he's got hands as opposed to look at that. Jeez, look at that chest.
I was going to say, is it because he's just a jacked guy with a beard?
I think so. I think so. That's pretty much it. That's all you need. All those white guys look the same. All those white guys with beards. I think I just said he's like Paul Craig, but Paul Craig's got wrestling, got a ground game, and Roman's got hands. Roman has got some serious hands.
Yeah, but he's not bad on the ground either, is he?
He's all right. I mean, he seems to be, when he gets on top, he's very heavy. He's got a 33% takedown defense.
Oh,
that is garbage.
That's pretty bad.
That's really bad. Yeah. One thing I have noticed, I don't know if I've got any footage here. I think the issue with Roman is when he throws, obviously, big overhand rights, overhand lefts, he drops his head in the same spot every single time. You have a look at every time he fights.
I see what you're saying.
He just lunges into every punch.
It is funny, like the UFC fights, though, he's doing it a bit less than his old fights. So I wonder if that's something that they've actually spoken about and he's just slowly gotten better. Fuck, he's a beast.
He's a big boy, isn't he?
Yeah.
He doesn't mind the follow-up.
I didn't realise his takedown percentage was... his takedown defence was such a low percentage.
Trevin?
Yep.
He just dips the head too much. Yeah. I reckon if Vettori can either catch him like a counter with a knee or a head kick, someone's dipping and you come up with a head kick.
Yeah, and I guess at that stage, power doesn't really matter because they've just gone into your knee.
Yeah.
It's more about momentum. But Vettori's striking sucks.
It does.
It's so bad.
It's not great. It's not great. I think if Marvin can wait, can count, his counter striking is not great either, is it?
No.
The one thing that did stand out about Roman was the fact that he continuously dropped his head.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't think Vettori's smart enough to capitalise on it.
Nah, not Vettori. Anyway, so who are you going to go with this one?
Oh, this is a tough one to pick.
Marvin.
I'm going to go Roman. Just because even though his takedown defense sucks, like he's pretty aggressive and he's not bad on the ground. I feel like his hands plus his decent level of wrestling would be enough to get over Vettori. I feel like he'll catch Vettori at some stage.
Has Vettori ever been stopped?
Not sure. I know he's got quite a big chin.
Never been stopped. And he's fought, look who he's fought. Whitaker, Costa, Israel, Kevin Holland, Hermanson. He's fought some good strikers.
Yeah, that's true.
He just gets in there, doesn't he? He just somehow works his way in.
Yeah, that's a good point. Nah, all right. I think Marvin would probably get it done then. He doesn't go down. It's fair.
I don't think Roman's gas tank could hold out. He's just too jacked.
Yeah.
I think it's going to be a boring fight, which is a shame because I think it could be a great fight.
Yeah.
Next up, we've got the 8th ranked Jennifer Maia against the 12th ranked Scottish Australian. It depends. If she loses, she's Scottish. If she wins, she's Australian. Casey O'Neill. Maia was 3-2 in the UFC on a 1-fight win streak and then got a title shot.
Yep.
That just goes
against
to show
Joanne Calderwood.
Oh, that was the win. That's right. That's just a good example of, I guess, how the lack of depth, and there's not really anyone that is. I mean, with Shevchenko going down.
Well, yeah, it depends. It depends what happens in the rematch against Shevchenko and what's her face?
Grasso.
What
do you reckon's going to happen?
Oh, I think they'll rematch, and I think Shevchenko is just going to take the belt back, and then it'll go back to how it was, just like Nunes and Pena.
Did you see the UFC countdown to UFC for the fight?
No.
They showed you Shevchenko training in Japan, and you know when someone just, it's going to sound bad, but just didn't look interested.
Yeah.
Like was training in like these small gyms, and it just looked a bit amateur. Wasn't her normal self.
Yeah. Is that what you got from it?
Yeah, it didn't impress. The training didn't impress me at all.
Fair.
I just from someone being that dominant. Do you think she's lost motivation the same as Nunes? Remember we talked about that?
Yeah, maybe she needed the loss, but also like look at how Nunes lost because she was just so sloppy. Like didn't look like she wanted to be there. She was getting pieced up in that first fight with Pena. Comes back and then we see the old Nunes, obviously. Valentina Shevchenko, I mean, from memory, I know it wasn't that long ago, but she fucked up a spinning back kick and left her back exposed, and Grasso just jumped on it as soon as she saw it. And she was training for that. There's like footage of her like
Grasso
practicing.
doing that.
Yeah, the exact thing, which is always scary to me. It's like, how do they know? Like, you know? Yeah, and she capitalized on that mistake. Was prior to that, like, spinning back kick, like, what did you think? I didn't think it looked like she wasn't interested in being there like Nunes was in that first fight. Or like she wasn't herself, you know? She
was still doing, I think Shevchenko was still winning. I thought she was going to win. I thought it's just a matter of time before one of these kicks or one of these right crosses land and she's going to win it.
Yep.
But yeah, I think Nunes didn't look interested that first fight.
Yeah.
I think Shevchenko coming back is going to be more dangerous than Nunes coming back.
Yeah.
I reckon Shevchenko is going to absolutely destroy her in the comeback fight.
Yeah, I think so as well.
Did they have a date or anything for when it's going to happen?
No, it hasn't even been announced, but like it is a crime if you don't give Shevchenko a rematch. I
saw Volkanovski's next fight got announced today.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he's going back down to try to going up against Yair Rodriguez.
Oh, that's going to be so good.
I don't see Volk losing though.
Yeah, I'd lean towards Volk in that, but, you know, recency bias. So.
Good on him for actually going back down to defend his belt.
Yeah, well, he's got a new challenger.
Yeah. I thought he was going to rematch Mokaev somewhere.
Yeah.
Anyway. All right. So, where are we? So, Maia, she's never lived up to the hype. She's, you know, she got 2019 failed drug test as well.
Really?
Yeah, I saw that. She got a 6-month ban. She got 2 fights left on her contract. I think if she gets done here, her next fight will be a retirement fight. She's not that old, though, is she?
Nah, she's pretty
34 something. Let's have a look at how old you are, darling. 34, there we go. 34. Nice. Yeah, I reckon this one against Casey, and then that should be the end of it. All right, Casey O'Neill. Do you want to take Casey O'Neill?
Casey O'Neill. Scottish, Australian.
Depending on if
she wins or loses.
Yeah.
9-0. 4-0 in the UFC. 3 stoppages. I'm not going to say I've been on this girl. I have been a big fan of this girl.
You have been you have been one of her biggest supporters, definitely in this room.
In this room, absolutely.
Yeah.
When Alec is here. She's incredible, hey. Like, she is just always looking for the kill, but she's so smart with it. She's not an idiot.
That good?
I think she's great.
Really?
I really rate her. It's going to be interesting seeing her against Maia, obviously, like BJJ specialist and all that. Because Casey's got a good ground game, but she's also got good hands as well. It's just a matter of how good is Maia's BJJ against Casey's overall game. Got to be interesting to see. But apparently she torn an ACL in mid-2022. Damn.
That's not that far.
That's not that long ago.
Isn't, if you're like a football player, isn't an ACL 12 months minimum?
I think so, yeah. They take it very seriously, at least in footy. I could be wrong, but
so she's done a torn ACL. How old is she? That's recovery time there. Is she in her 20s still? 25. Oh yeah, she can bounce back in no time.
Mate, she's my age.
You walk off a torn ACL when you're 25.
Does that mean I have a chance with her then?
No, absolutely not.
Absolutely not. Almost lost
to Roxanne Modafferi. Do you remember that?
Are you thinking the same thing as me just then?
Roxanne, that fight. Judge Robert Alexander. I'm normally on. Chris Mills is the worst referee of all time. Robert Alexander put in one of the worst decisions I've ever seen. He gave it 29-28 to Roxanne Modafferi. Casey landed 229 strikes.
Yeah.
What does it say? That's in the top 3 of women's flyweight history. Amount of strikes in a single fight, and she won by split.
And Roxanne,
just keeps coming.
Not the best fighter, but she's been there a long time. Like, she keeps going forward.
She beat Macy Barber?
Yeah. To be fair, Macy blew out her knee that fight. But,
Mate, I'm not a fan.
But yeah, it is, I agree. Step up in competition, though.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Massive. Massive. This will put her, where is she now? 12.
I am a bit worried about Casey in this.
You think, what are the odds? We got any odds?
I can get it for you.
That's all right.
I didn't bring my laptop today, so I'm just going to
forget it?
Yeah.
All right, let's have a look here. Casey. Come on, Case. Where are you? There we go. Casey O'Neill, $1.54. Jennifer Maia, $2.50. I think Casey's not going to have any dramas here.
You reckon?
Yeah. I mean, she's good. I do think she's good. I think she's 25, so she's only going to get better. But I think Jennifer Maia has always been just a touch overrated.
Yeah. Oh, the women's fights are so hard to pick. 'Cause you just never know, what girl's going to turn up, you know?
Why wouldn't you just have... I'll tell you who has done it, actually, is Manon. She's the only one that I've seen that is...
consistent.
90% striking.
Yeah.
If you had like Nunes, she's up there striking as well.
Yeah.
Because all the females seem to be very much a wrestling or a BJJ based, why not just get someone that can throw hands and knock people out?
Yeah. Yeah. Good point.
I would. I reckon if Casey O'Neill can... I mean, she's good with the hands as it is. But if she can step up that, I reckon she's going to be a real problem.
Yeah. This fight, I don't know. I trust Casey. I am going to go with Casey.
Yeah.
But this fight, I feel, really depends on what Jennifer Maia shows up. Because she can be ruthless.
Multi-killer?
Oh, God, yeah. Absolutely.
All right, next up we got Gunnar Nelson against Bryan Barberena. Gunnar has only fought 4 times in the last 4.5 years.
Yeah, that's rough.
He's a split loss to Edwards. He's got a UD loss to Burns. I thought Gunnar was a bit one-dimensional in the early days. He was excellent, very, very good at what he did.
Yep.
But I think people have worked him out, and that's
I agree.
it. What do you think of his striking?
It's I feel like he's quite a powerful puncher. It's been a while since we've seen him, but in terms of his technicality, I don't think it's amazing. I don't think it ever has been that good. But
his striking's never been his strong point.
Yeah,
but I'm more looking at the fact that they've only got 4 fights worth of footage. Barberena's crew to actually look at, and we've seen it. For me, it always comes down to Francis to see the changes someone can make in a short amount of time.
Yeah.
So with him, all we've really seen him is we've seen him 2 losses, a win over Alex Oliveira and a win over Sato.
Yep.
But so that's the only footage that they're going to actually have. What if he's totally turned around and gone, no, I'm just a striker now?
Yeah. He has fought some big names.
Oh, yeah, massive.
He's been through it.
He was touted as possibly the next champion, wasn't he?
Yeah, there was a time where he had a lot of hype around him.
Yeah. His first Icelandic fighter, from memory. Is that right?
I think so.
Is he from Iceland? Sure he is. There he is. He is from Iceland.
He's such a beast.
Still 34. He's getting on now.
Yeah, he is older. And, Barberena's been on a bit of a tear for the most part.
Barberena is in the wrong weight division.
You reckon?
Yeah. He always looks a little bit lazy. For me, he reminds me a bit of Yamaha Hill. Jamal Hill. Jamal Hill could drop a few kilos, I reckon, and go down.
Oh, God, yeah. Absolutely.
Barberena, though, he comes forward. I said he's fearless. Should be a lightweight. He may have speed issues. I think he's not as quick.
Yeah.
I think Gunnar's going to be a lot quicker. He almost finished. Do you remember him when he nearly finished Leon Edwards?
No.
I got some footage. Check this out.
Oh, Jesus. Oh,
It's Leon Edwards getting...
You get him with an elbow?
And Leon came back and won this fight.
Yeah.
Oh, look how close this ref was to stopping it.
Yeah.
When he drops down to his... Hang on, you see the ref drop down to his knees?
Yeah.
I thought the ref was going to stop it. All right, so that's Barberena. Not much more to say about him. Minimal defence. Yeah. But Gunnar's not... I don't think, unless Gunnar's really worked on his striking, I don't think Gunnar's going to... the Barberena's going to have a risk of getting knocked out.
Yeah, I don't think Barberena's going to get knocked out.
Barberena's ground game?
I don't think it's as good as Gunnar's.
Yeah.
But Barberena just doesn't stop, you know?
Blue belt?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's about it, isn't it? I don't know. I think Gunnar's going to get this done. I think Barberena's a better fighter, but I just think it's a horrible match for Barberena.
Barberena's been way more active.
Yeah.
And, Barberena was losing to Robbie Lawler at one stage. And Robbie sucks now.
Robbie, that is a sad thing, isn't it?
This is hard to pick, hey? I'm gonna lean towards Barberena for now.
I think it's going to be. We got the chance to have some great fights on this card, but I think it's going to be a little bit disappointing. I think the Vettori fight's not going to be great, and I think this one Gunnar's just going to pin him down.
Yeah, you reckon? Yeah,
I reckon. Well, hopefully, I'm wrong. Next up, we have Justin Gaethje against Rafael. I think that Fiziev is a bit overrated, personally.
Really?
Yeah, I do. Gaethje's 3. Rafael is number 6. Gaethje, 4 losses in the UFC. He's been KO'd by Poirier and Eddie Alvarez. That was prime Eddie, just after he lost the belt. Yep. He's been subbed, so he's been KO'd by 2 of the best strikers, and he's been subbed by Oliveira and Khabib.
Yep.
So 2 of the best ground
Good
games.
resume.
Yeah. What do you reckon of his chin? Still there?
Yeah, his chin's still there, for sure.
Do you think?
You reckon? I reckon.
He's getting a bit wobbled. I think he's getting wobbled quicker. His recovery is incredible.
His last fight was Chandler.
Yeah. But he goes from virtually unconscious on his feet to having all his marbles again really quick.
Really fast. Oh, yeah, that's a good point.
It's almost like if you hit him, you have to jump on him and finish him.
Man, you watch Gaethje highlights and you're like, how much power do you possess in your hands? It is crazy. He might be the hardest hitter in the UFC, surely. Like in that division.
Got out there because he leans into everything, doesn't he?
Yeah.
And the kicks, the leg, the calf kicks.
Yeah, his striking's insane.
Where are we? So, I don't know what I said there. Okay, I said a win. Do you reckon a win here would put him in contention?
Fiziev, number 6. Justin's number 3. He's already so close to number 1 contender.
Yeah.
It would definitely chuck his name back in there.
It depends on who's got the belt.
Yeah.
Because what's Mokaev doing?
I don't know. Nothing's been said.
Do you reckon if Gaethje gets a quick win here, he's got a chance of going up against Mokaev?
I think so, yeah.
That does sound right.
I mean, who else is there to fight Mokaev? Obviously there's Poirier and stuff, but that depends on what happens with him.
So it's Oliveira. I'm not sure if Oliveira's fighting Del Rouge, isn't he? Benil.
Yeah, he is.
He is, yeah.
That's ridiculous.
Maybe. Maybe that happens. If Beneil gets over, he gets Mokaev. But if Oliveira gets it done, then Gaethje, if he gets a win over Fiziev.
Yeah. Because you don't want to see like Gaethje and Oliveira again if it's not a rematch for like a title, you know? Like you don't want to rematch fights that aren't title fights.
What about Oliveira against Mokaev again?
Oliveira against Mokaev again. Yeah, I mean, if Oliveira beats Dariush, who should just be getting a title shot now anyway, you've got to chuck him in with Mokaev, surely.
It depends what Oliveira rocks up, doesn't it?
Yeah, but I think Mokaev would put in work again. Yeah, I think so. He's so good.
He is, but Volk really exposed him. I know he beat Volk, but still.
Yeah.
I don't know. Anyway, so what else have we got? I see he's got his great leg kick. Why doesn't he wrestle? Why does Gaethje not wrestle?
I don't know. People have been talking about how good he is at wrestling for so long, and we have not seen it.
Never.
I don't know how good he is.
He's got...
there's no way he wrestles in this fight.
Oh, absolutely no way. No way. He's just gonna try to light up his legs and then just end him with one punch. Justin is 3 inches taller but got a 2-inch reach disadvantage.
Yeah.
Has he just got very short arms, or has Rafael got very long arms?
I don't know.
Bit of both?
Yeah, a bit of both, probably.
Bit of both. Rafael Fiziev, his only loss is to Magomed. Tell me if you believe...
This is early stoppage.
Do you reckon this is an early stoppage?
Let's see.
Let's have a look. Here we go.
Oh, fuck. Oh, God, yeah.
Do you reckon that was early?
I think so.
Look,
he's in it. The guy stopped striking before the ref even jumped in there. Of course it was early. You can't do that. You keep going until the ref pulls you off, mate. I'm sorry.
I think you're right.
Yeah.
I think you're right.
Like,
punches to the back of the head, maybe? 1, 2, 3, 4.
Yeah, that's early.
Oh, that is way too early. That's Fiziev's only loss.
You could tell Fiziev was back. You know? Like he. Yeah.
That was his only loss, isn't it? Yeah, that is it. Jesus Christ, that was a while back.
Yeah.
He's done well.
Like he's been around for a while. Hey?
Yeah,
we only heard about him in 2021.
Is that when he called out?
2020. Sorry.
Rafael dos Santos, saying there can only be one Rafael.
It was when he fought Mark Takase.
Oh yeah.
And did the Matrix dodge, you know, when like Mark throws the kick
and he leaned back.
That's like became a highlight, and then all of a sudden everyone knew who he was.
He is good.
He is very intelligent.
I think Justin's going to get this done. I don't think Justin's going to have a big problem here.
Really?
Yeah.
I disagree.
What, you're going to go Fiziev for this?
Yeah.
You are delusional.
I think Justin is not the smartest fighter, and I think Rafael's too intelligent. He knows. I reckon he's got a good chance here.
If he wins, it'll put him right up there.
Yeah.
It'll make the division a bit more interesting. Someone coming up.
Well, it's like, aside from Dariush, it's like, what else is there in that division, you know? Like...
Gamrot? No.
Like, I'm more keen on seeing Chandler and Connor fight for a non-title than Islam with anyone, you know? Like,
I can't get excited. Why can't I get excited about Islam fighting?
I don't know, neither. I struggle to get excited for him.
He's so good, though.
Yeah. I love Volk, though, hey? Like, what a good job Volk did, nearly beating him.
Going up, I know. Unbelievable.
It's crazy. But I think Dariush matches up well with Mokaev for the most part.
You reckon he's strong enough to keep him off him?
He's certainly strong. I don't know if he's just skilled enough. Like, because Islam, he is up here, like, with his wrestling.
Right.
You know,
striking's come along?
Yeah, slowly getting there.
How odd would that division be with Beneil as the champ? That would look so strange.
It'd be so good. The whole division just gets shaken all of a sudden. Anyone can, like, start to build themselves up again.
To have another shot. That's it, because Fiziev hasn't fought anyone... Sorry. Jeez, that thing's gone off. Beneil hasn't gone up really against any of the people that have lost to Mokaev or Oliveira, so that would be interesting. I suppose it's like when Alex Faeta beat Israel. Suddenly, who in the top 10, I mean, besides Sean Strickland, has Alex Faeta fought?
No
one. So it just opens up. So everyone now resets. All right, we get a title shot.
And that's what you need. Like,
you definitely need that.
I think it's because Khabib was around for so long in that division, and then who replaces him? I mean, Oliveira was there for a bit, and then Islam comes in and is like, oh, fuck, we're going to do this again.
Yeah.
And he's not as entertaining as Khabib is.
No, he's not. I don't think he has the same personality.
Khabib had this
like an aura.
This aura of like, okay, like he's scary. He's a beast. Like, no one can take that. He just had this thing about him. Islam, I don't feel the same.
Is it because he doesn't really speak that much?
He's not scary looking,
No,
I don't know.
not.
There's something about it. It's just not the same. He's
Yeah.
Khabib from Wish,
That's harsh. I was looking at Rafael's kickboxing and Muay Thai. Oh, that's a healthy background he's got there. All right, main event: Leon Edwards, Kamaru Usman. Should we get some odds? What do you reckon?
Yeah, let's do it.
Who do you reckon's going to be leading this one?
Kamaru, yeah,
$1.40. $3 for Leon Edwards.
Value.
I did no research because we know enough about these guys. What do we got on Leon? I think Leon deserves this title shot. I mean, Leon deserves to be the champ. Like, he's done enough to people saying he didn't deserve the title shot.
Yeah, I mean, look, if you go back through the record, you would find me hating on him for a long time when he wasn't fighting.
Yeah.
Because he had so many offers and he was turning, from what I believe, because people come out and say stuff, he was turning down so many offers to fight, but then he'd be like, I want to fight. Like, this isn't my fault. But it's like, I'm pretty sure it is. Like, the fights are there. You could fight multiple people and you're not accepting any of these. Like, this is ridiculous.
Maybe he's like Gregor Gillespie with only wanting to fight people above him.
Yeah. Well, and then he came back and fought Bilal.
He was winning.
That ended.
He was winning.
He was winning, but like, come on, man. A no contest eye poke, that sucks. You got to run that back. And then he fought Nate Diaz, which, like, I mean, to be fair, Nate had that punch in the last round.
Why didn't Nate capitalise on that?
Because he's an idiot. But he's probably stoned or something as well. But yeah, I don't know. It was just shitty. You beat Nate Diaz and you get Kamaru Usman. Like, come on, bro. I don't know.
Gunnar Nelson, RDA, and Nate Diaz, and then a title shot.
Yeah.
There were some other fights in there that he could have taken. Do you reckon he's ever going to fight Masvidal?
I hope so.
Masvidal did more for Leon Edwards than any of Leon Edwards' fights.
I agree, 100%.
Yeah.
Masvidal and Leon should have happened before his fight with Kamaru. But I understand why they can't do that, because then if Masvidal wins, he gets a third fight with Kamaru Usman? Like, fair enough, I understand.
And he would have... And because this one, originally, there was talk that this one was going to be Masvidal versus Edwards because of what happened backstage.
Yep.
Let's have a look at, because Masvidal's record of late is not great, is it?
No.
Jesus, look at that.
But, like, lost to the same person twice who was the champ. Like, come on. And one of them was short notice. Like, come on, you can't fault the guy.
And then went 5 rounds with Colby. What's he doing?
I don't know. He should fight Khabib. He should fight Khamzat.
Jesus, that's a career-ending move, that one.
Yeah, I agree.
How would you go with Kamaru with the belt?
I'd be cool with it.
Really? I think it'd cause issues in a division that's on the brink of maybe being one of the most popular divisions.
It is one of the most popular ones. It's popping off. But
it's going well.
Usman beats Leon, and then Bilal probably gets a title shot before Khamzat.
Why hasn't Khamzat had a shot? In all honesty.
Well, because he hasn't had that many fights. Like, he beat Gilbert Burns. It's probably the only notable one.
Yeah, but he's so entertaining. Look at Jiri.
Yeah.
How quickly did Jiri?
Yeah, but
Jiri did top
that weight
quality.
division is a bit.
Yeah. And, I mean, Jiri came in and straight away went Dominic Reyes. And who was his first fight? Was
Ozdemir.
Who was a challenger.
Yeah. Yeah.
Jiri, yeah. Be good to see him back.
Yeah, I think Usman beats Leon this weekend.
Yeah.
I think he just dominates him.
Yeah.
And doesn't get caught. And then I just have a feeling that Bilal's going to get a title shot before Khamzat.
Who's Khamzat going to fight next? Khamzat and Colby?
I don't think Colby's going to do it. I don't think he's going to do it. He'll find a fight. It'll probably Rakhmonov, maybe.
Colby against Shavkat. That'd be good. Shavkat is massive.
Yeah, I reckon Colby gets done.
I reckon he does too. Colby better keep winning. He shoots his mouth off for someone that wins.
Yeah.
If he starts losing, I know he lost to Usman twice. I don't know. I hope Leon gets this done. I really do.
Yeah.
I think he will.
I think Usman versus Bilal will happen for the title, and then Khamzat will step in then and take on probably Usman, and then he'll beat Usman.
Do you reckon Khamzat is that good?
Yeah. I reckon
He's got this aura about him, hasn't he?
He's got that Khabib aura that I talked about earlier.
So is Fajeda.
Yeah, and don't get me wrong, like Khamzat did struggle a bit against Burns but I don't know. I feel like that's just catapulted Khamzat even more.
Yeah,
you know, that challenge.
Burns is no joke.
Absolutely not. He's one of my favourite fighters.
Burns is incredible. I don't know. Stephen Thompson is on the way out.
Hey.
Jack Della looks like he's going to be fighting Stephen Thompson.
Stephen Thompson, yeah.
There we go. I know Stephen Thompson's on his way out, but that'll shoot Jack up to 7.
Oh, God,
juicy. That'd be so good.
I'd like to see Jack versus anyone in that, like, 5 to... what's Jack? 14? 5 to 13 range. Any of those fights would be good.
Who above there do you reckon Jack can beat? Jack against Sean Brady.
Oh, that's a tough fight.
That is a hard fight, isn't it?
Jack could beat Chiesa, Masvidal,
Magny. Vicente's on his way out. I like Vicente, but I think that's done. I reckon he beats Hands of Steel Neal. I reckon he beats Stephen Thompson. I reckon Jack should be sitting at 7.
I just realised how good these fighters are.
So good. They can all end the night.
I'm so scared for Jack. I'm not going to lie.
That is a tough... It was like Jimmy Crute when he was in the light heavyweight division. This is when you had like all the massive names. Jones, DC, everyone. I was like, Jesus, Jimmy. Just drop a few kilos, mate. Drop down to middleweight. Make life easier.
Oh, yeah. That's kind of made me a bit depressed now, actually, to be honest.
What? The rest of the division?
Jack Della against any of those guys. I love Jack. I think he's so good, but like... If we need to be real here, these guys are really good.
Jack,
I'm not saying you can't beat them, but this is a significant step up.
What's the highest ranked fighter you reckon Jack could beat and you'd be confident? Jeff Neal? Jeff Neal looks so good, though.
Yeah.
He looked incredibly... Wanda Sykes was unbelievable.
He does look like Wanda Sykes.
He does. It's exactly the same.
I feel like Jack has... As much as Sean Brady is really good, he has dipped quite a bit.
Yeah.
I feel like Jack has a decent chance at Sean Brady. I think he probably has better hands than Sean and could probably jump on the ground with him. I reckon that's the highest he could go.
To Jeff Neal?
Yeah.
You don't reckon he would get over Wonder Boy?
I don't think... It depends on how intelligent his striking is. Wonder Boy is incredible.
Those kicks.
We haven't seen enough of Jack to know how he's going to go.
I'm happy that Jack finishes in the first round. I'm happy if he keeps doing that.
Oh, same here.
And it'd be good to see him tested.
Yeah.
It'd be good to see someone lay on him for 2 rounds and then see how he gets up.
I'd hate to say it. Because we're from Perth and that's where Jack's from. But if Jack goes up and fights any of these guys, I think what happens is... Most likely, if we're just talking chances, most likely he loses.
No, he doesn't. He's a champ. Okay.
I think he probably loses. But then the same thing at the start of his career where he started off 0-2 and just catapulted after that. I think that happens. Like I think he takes a loss here and then just, boom, like catapults through, not the division, but a few of these fighters.
Sort of like what Rob did when he got knocked. Oh, well, Rob got knocked out by Wonder Boy.
Yeah.
And then went on his charge.
Then went up. Yeah, I think it'll be a similar thing.
Maybe. Hope he does well.
I'm just keeping it real. Like, you can't, come on. Like, you can't come at me for that opinion, surely.
People will. People come at you for that.
They always find a way.
So who are you going? You're going Usman in this one?
Yeah, no doubt.
All right, I'm going Leon. You're going Usman. I'm going Gaethje. You're going Rafael.
Yep.
I'm going to go Gunnar over Bryan.
I'm going to go Bryan.
Oh, jeez. Jennifer, Casey. I reckon Casey gets that done.
I'm going to go Casey.
Vettori, I reckon, is going to get it done on Roman.
I'll go Vettori as well.
There's a lot of juice. We're not even touching that undercard. Yeah. There's a bit of garbage down there.
We made good time, hey?
We did. I have someone else coming in half an hour, so that's why I've got to wrap it up. Jeez. PCR, anyone, if you want tickets, we're going to have 3 of the best-looking commentators of all time there. Can you believe the 3 of us are going to be commentating?
Oh, dude.
It's going to be so good.
I need to get my appearance sorted.
We're not on camera. Oh, we are a bit.
I don't know if the Mo should stay.
Oh, yeah.
You think so?
Oh, yeah. It's what they want. It's what the crowd wants.
Yeah, cool.
Perth Corporate Rumble. It's coming up April 22nd. It's only about 40 days away, I think.
I'm so excited.
So good. 3 of us.
When should we start prepping for this?
Well, I don't know. The interviews start today. If you want to actually have a look at any of the interviews that we do with the fighters, it's the interview sessions. It's podcast and YouTube. Anyway, you'll see us. We're doing the same kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Go over there, have a look. I don't know if they're going to do a live stream of the event this year. Hopefully they do. I'm not too sure if they are. But that's coming up. Anything else? Any shout-outs we got? It's been a quiet week, hasn't it?
It has been a quiet week.
Quiet.
As per usual, Odyssey Jiu-Jitsu.
Oh.
Back down there training.
OJJ, as I like to call them.
That plays.
Is it just OJ? Is that what they call it?
We call it OJ Academy, yeah.
OJ. Oh,
I reckon it's cool.
Ford Bronco.
OJ Simpson. Yeah.
OJ. Kills his wife and gets away with it. Nice.
It's because Justin kills us in training.
Justin. I reckon I should call out Justin. I reckon
Do you want to call him out?
I'll take him on.
Do it. Go.
I'm calling it. What's his last name?
Cobby.
I'm looking at that camera. Justin? Is it Justin? Yeah. Justin Cobby, I'm calling you out. I'm calling you out. Seriously, anywhere, anytime, I will come down and take you on.
Yeah.
And show you what it's like to be the Grokka champ.
Justin, as soon as you grab onto this man's leg, it's going to pop.
Justin, don't hurt me. How could you imagine the odds? The betting odds for me against Justin.
God. It'd be right. Oh, actually, while we have a bit of time, it don't take me a couple minutes.
Tell me.
Battlegrounds 3 happened on the weekend.
Battlegrounds? Is that where they do the robots at fight? Oh, it's BattleBots. Sorry. That's my kids, everyone.
I love BattleBots.
BattleBots. So good. We made a BattleBot.
What?
We got a chopping board. I know. My wife doesn't know this. We got a chopping board and got an old RC car and then extended like the wires and everything and bolted it on. So it's this big wide one. Handles like a pig. It pretty much just goes straight. And then we've got one, we got another remote control that's got the front spinner. And we attached these blades to it. It's so dangerous. Oh, it'd take your finger off. So dangerous.
Oh my God.
Perfect gift for an 8-year-old.
Absolutely.
And the battery got so hot. Really? So hot. I don't know what happened. The battery, it was pretty much scorched the board.
I'm impressed that you made one.
Oh, we broke a lot of stuff. We're not good. We were running off a car battery.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah.
And the battery got hot.
Yeah, where the terminals were. The connections weren't exactly great. Anyway.
Fair enough.
Lucky my wife doesn't watch the show.
Thank God.
Sorry, keep going. What were we talking about?
Battlegrounds 3. Grappling competition.
Yes.
Justin actually competed last year and he got robbed. Which it was so fun afterwards.
That's what he's going to say when he fights me. Okay.
Oh, yeah. Well, afterwards when we went outside, just quick side note, a few people went up to us and they were like, dude, you won that fight. That was some bullshit. And it was. He won that fight.
Was Chris Lee the judge?
Probably. Sal D'Amato.
What was that guy that... was it Robert Alexander, the guy that nearly robbed Casey O'Neill?
Probably. Yep. It was funny. Jack Della walked into the room because his brother competed.
Yeah.
And, the place went off. Anyway, Battlegrounds 3 happened on the weekend.
Yeah.
I didn't attend this one because Justin wasn't fighting. But
so no point in going.
Dude, I watched the highlights and some of the stream. Fuck, it's such a good event, hey.
Really? Where's
it
that
just
held?
gets better and better. I assume this one would have been held at the same spot, which was... Scotch College, I think.
Yep.
Some college.
Yep.
It's huge. It was awesome. Crowd goes insane. And there's the milkman, Tito Carl or whatever.
Yeah.
He didn't compete, which was, a bit of a shame because I want to see him scull a gallon of milk again. But there's one guy who I'm gonna message him on our Grelka page.
Yeah.
He just seems like a legend.
What's his name?
CJ, I think it's Heskey is how you say it, but it's
CJ Heskey. Let's look this guy
It's
up.
either Heskey or just Hesk. Because it's Heske. Purple belt. Dude, this guy is insane at jiu-jitsu. He is insane. I am a huge fan.
Did he win?
Yeah. Oh, mate, he wins every time. It's fucking crazy.
Let's have a look here. Is that him?
Yeah, it's him. He's a beast. He's incredible. And he finishes people. He does not go to decision, this guy. He subs. Look at this.
Oh, that hurt. Is this the arena?
Yeah, that's the spot.
That looks unbelievable.
It's really good setup. He's so cool.
Jeez,
So yeah, I was going to get in contact with him, just have a bit of a chat.
Well done, CJ.
Just talk some shit, you know?
You're doing a great job. Jesus,
Look at
he
that.
would...
Triangle.
He would, honestly, if he did that to me, that would hurt my knee, my back, my neck, everything. My body just
My
doesn't
neck,
work
my
anymore.
back.
He would. And he could probably do my crack as well.
Yeah. Oh, and he was the guy at Battlegrounds too. He took on Josh Della, Jack's brother.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, there you go.
Is that Josh Della?
Yeah, it's Josh
Jeez,
Della.
it does look like him. His nose is a bit straighter than Jack, but it does look like him.
Yeah. Yeah, anyway, shout out to CJ. He's
CJ.
insane
Beautiful.
BJJ artist.
Great work, mate.
Yeah.
All right, I think we're done. Jeez, we wrapped it up quick today. Only an
it.
hour.
That
What's
was good.
wrong with us? What's wrong? It's because Alex not here. Shout out to Alex. Turn up one day, mate. Maybe get your picks in. Maybe win that Grawker belt back.
What are you doing at work, bro? You're sitting
No
there
one
doing
work.
nothing. You can do that here.
Thanks, everyone, for tuning in. Like and subscribe. We don't say that. We probably should say it at the start. But if we've brought you any kind of value today, subscribe. Hit the button. I don't know where it is. Somewhere around there.
Yep.
Get on board. Once we get up to 1,000, we'll start offloading stuff as well.
Yeah.
Posters. Shout out to Riley Drain. Hopefully you and your alcoholic mates are doing well over there. Thanks, everyone, and we'll see you next week.
Thanks, guys. Like and subscribe.